As I tell my story more and more, one of the hardest things people seem to grasp or understand is why I protected the person who hurt me. I know it doesn't make sense from the outside. Why would someone stay quiet and then even protect that person for years? There are a lot of reasons, but one of the biggest for me was what I was taught about forgiveness. I grew up hearing that no matter what someone did to you, you were supposed to forgive them completely, fully, over and over again, no matter how many times they hurt you. I remember being told the verse where Jesus talks about forgiveness and he gives the challenge of 70 times 7. And then I watched that play out in real life between my parents. Seeing forgiveness was modeled as something you do no matter the cost to you. So when I was hurting, I didn't think, how do I get out of this? I thought, how do I forgive better? Even when there was no apology, no acknowledgement, no change, I believed it was my responsibility. And that belief kept me in it. It also contributed to the fact that I felt like I had to protect them. Because if forgiveness was the goal, then exposing what happened felt like the opposite of that. Later on, when my abuser converted in faith, um, that forgiveness became part of the conversation in a different way. That added a whole nother layer. I genuinely believed if God had forgiven them, how could I not? And looking back now, I can see how those ideas were misapplied. Not the idea of forgiveness itself, but how it was used. Because forgiveness should never require you to stay in harm or to stay silent or to keep giving access to someone who hurt you. But at the time, it didn't feel like a choice. It felt like the right thing to do. And underneath all of that was fear. Fear of what would happen if I didn't follow that path. Fear of what would change. Fear of what I might lose. So I stayed quiet. And then I protected them. Not because it made sense, but because it was what I believed I was supposed to do. What beliefs have you held on to that felt right at the time, but you see it differently now? Also, if you like this content, make sure to give this account a like, follow, and share. Make sure we can help build a tribe of people who want to live truly courageous lives.